Hello, my beautiful souls. Hi there. Hoi. How you all doing today? Hi, this is Bella with Red Dragon Intuitive Tarot. And I'm welcoming you onto my platform. If you are new to my platform, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, my beautiful souls, welcome as well. How we doing, guys? Good, I hope. Today we're going to be trying something a little bit different. I'm still trying to figure out what it is that you all want to know. What types of readings, guys. I am fairly new on this platform, and thank you for joining me on this beautiful journey called life, guys. If you want to become part of the Red Dragon Intuitive Tarot family, want to become part of the Spirit Tribe, feel free to smash that subscribe button. If the videos are resonating with you, please feel free to like, share, comment, and follow my beautiful souls. How are we doing today? Great, I hope. I'm just here outside near my porch, hoping that I don't get photobombed by any of nature's beautiful creatures, guys. You know, living my best life, just trying to get going. Today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a specific type of reading. Normally, I do a general whatever comes out. But what we're going to do today is we're going to do what is the person on your mind that you love and is distant from you. What is going on through their mind, you know, about you. What are they thinking? What are they saying about you? Okay. So, welcome. This is where we're going to ask Bird, what is the word? And Bird's going to let us know, guys. This is where we are going to go ahead and get the spiritual, you know, down low on the spiritual street. This is where we're going to gauge the energies within you and around you, guys, to see what's, you know, up with the tea. Please do not force it to fit. It's going to just be a specific type of reading. Use what you know to be true in order to verify the reading, guys. That's the way that this things, you know, these kind of things work. I do have a potty mouth sometimes, and I don't sugarcoat it. I just give the messages as I see them. It's for entertainment purposes, and it's going to be timeless, guys. Whenever you do get this message, that's when it is supposed to reach you. So we're going to ask Spirit, what do my Spirit Tribe have to know? My beautiful souls have to know about the person who is on their mind. Total newbie here. The person who is on their mind that has distanced themselves from my collective or my spiritual tribe, guys. Either way, it could be said either way. You know, since we're collectively watching the video, guys. What do my tribe or the person watching this video have to know about the person who is on their mind, whom they have love for, which can be any dynamic? Family, friends, relationship, situationship, lover, relationship, you know, marriage even. If there's distance in the relationship, if you've been ghosted, if you ghosted someone, I'm going to we're going to look into what it is that they're saying about you, guys, and what they're thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this started. I pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle. I like to shuffle on screen as well. Wow. That you're the one that ended up winning. Oh my God, that, you know, the person on your mind, you know, whatever dynamic this may be, that involves love, that you are no longer speaking to and no longer in contact with, says that you ultimately came out the winner in all of this, because we have, you know, the Six of Wands, which is victory, guys. Victory is on your side, or whatever argument started the separation to begin with, or whatever disagreement that you had the absolute right side of it or the right point of view. This person that is in the distance thinking about you thinks that you have the ability in your life to bring in all sorts of victory in all different sides of your life, in different aspects, guys. This person is saying that you are somebody who goes out there to play and to win, or that you have won over their heart, my beautiful souls. This is what is being said about you or being felt about you. Let's go ahead and see. What else is being said about you? Okay, you have left this person out in the cold, my beautiful souls, and this was their biggest fear when it came to you. Perhaps they felt you were, kind of out of their reach, or I don't want to say above what they normally dated. Perhaps, you were outside of their league. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. Perhaps they feel that they took a risk and had no victory, that you were the victor in this relationship. And their biggest fear overall was to do something, or that something wouldn't work out and that they would be left out in the cold from you guys. Now, I am hearing on repeat that song, her tears don't fall, they crash around me. I'm lousy at singing, guys. By Bullet, For My Valentine, tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience, calls the guilty to come home or something. You may have figured this person out. This person was not victorious in whatever game they were playing with you, my beautiful souls. You were able to one-up them. You got, the upper hand at some point in the cup of love that was being offered. They're also afraid, my beautiful souls, that someone's going to be offering a new cup of love. You have them in their head, bound to whatever this was. You have them in their head, guys. They are experiencing the Eight of Swords, which is somewhat, they're taking this hard. There are tears for you, my beautiful souls. There are tears for this dynamic that is no longer in place. They feel you one-up them. They feel that maybe they made a mistake in even aiming so high, because obviously you have the ability and you have the know-how and the wherewithal, and you are astute enough to take anything in your life, my beautiful souls, and turn it into a victory for you. They see themselves being depressed and in their heads and left out in the cold by you, and they're terribly afraid that you're going to be getting a new love offer. You are somebody in their head that gets a lot of attention and has many options, perhaps. Wow. They see you as someone who is highly intuitive, almost divine, my beautiful souls. This is the High Priestess. They see something magical about the way you live your life, something special. You've got that special foresight, to have been able to see whatever it was that brought this wedge between you all. They say that you have the ability, almost psychic, I'm hearing, to be able to be 10 steps ahead of everybody, my beautiful souls. So not only are you intelligent, not only are you above what they normally dated, they went out and took a risk, but the only person having victory was you, because they feel without victory and they feel depressed now. And they are terribly afraid of having been left out in the cold by you, because you did leave them out in the cold. And they're incredibly stressed out that you may be having a new love offer. They don't see this as fair to them. But really, if this dynamic ended, my beautiful souls, if this dynamic ended, or if you ghosted them, or if they ghosted you, they just thought that something about this dynamic was unfair. Perhaps it was your ability to see how they were running game on you. Perhaps, despite not being in their lives anymore, or the decisions that you decided to take about this relationship, which they think is unfair, you're still able to turn that into a positive win. Or perhaps we can also say that they expected you to be depressed, depressed, and they didn't get the victory out of hurting you if they were the ones that ghosted you. Because despite them ghosting you and trying to run game on them, you were able to see it from a mile away, my beautiful souls, that with or without them, you're still going to have victory, and that wasn't the whole point of ghosting you. Wow. Wow. They see you as highly intuitive, almost a witch. They're saying and they're thinking that there's no happiness without you in their life anymore. Now, someone was playing games because look, there's a circus in the background. But remember, guys, it's not your, it's not your circus, not your clowns, not your monkeys, but you're no longer associated with the clown. This clown is not having a happy time. There could have been really good times together. This person is saying that there were very memorable first time moments with you, but for some reason, they're stuck in their head about the last words that you may have spoken to them or the last interaction. It may have been that this separation from this person that you love, the person on your mind, came up quick and suddenly. Like, it could have been like one day you all were perfectly good and the next day you weren't, and it's got them stuck in your head, in their head, excuse me, or you're stuck in yours. There was a third party situation. Someone was trying to run game on you, my beautiful souls, and this person is in regret, deep regret. Someone smells like regret. They can't figure it out how you figured it out, and they're holding on to what they've lost. You have dealt this person a huge ego death, a huge ego blow. This is something that is affecting this person at a mental level, guys. I don't know. And you seem so cute and adorable. Perhaps that's something that attracted, them to you. That perhaps you don't look like what it ended up being. Perhaps you look like an easy person to trick. My beautiful souls. This person's like, what the fuck just happened? Someone's in regret for trying to run game on you, my beautiful soul, and somehow, in the most delicate or most creative way possible, you were able to flip the script on this one. That's what they're saying. But in reality, you've had to take some downtime, and they have as well. This person came in running game and is walking away limping and having to take some downtime and protect their heart. You've made this one take a double take, my beautiful souls. This is funny. Underestimation is the best way to win these games. And I don't even think you realized, what you were doing. This person's like, oh, what the fuck just happened, And they see that you're glowing and growing, my beautiful souls. You may have taken some time out and, you bounced back. That comeback is a killer. That's what they're saying about you, that you come back like a champ. And now that they're seeing your life, continuing to move on, because God forbid you were to move on if you were ghosted, or, broken up, and it was probably a very trivial thing that tore this apart, like the third party interference. It's probably this I got played, and you win some, you lose some, but the problem here is that this person's thinking in their head, how can this person be so blessed? How can this person have turned what I did to them, because they're the mastermind or whatever. How could this person turn out to be so blessed and so grateful for what they're, how can this person just continue marching on like nothing? And that's got them in their head. That's where you're winning. That's where your true victory is at. Is that they're thinking this person just kind of, oh, well, this person left. It's okay. Oh, well, I'll find somebody else. I mean, it has to be something different about what you're thinking, because you just kind of take a licking and keep on taking. I'm sorry, that's what I'm thinking, guys. This person's not thinking it's fair. This person's really in the reverse. You are probably dealing with a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Aries. I'm going to do that whole pronunciation thing. Sometimes these channelings get intense and it's just moving so fast. I pronounce things wrong, guys. Sorry. But we've got the Fire King sign in reverse. You've got this fool stuck in his head. He's stuttering and he can't even pronounce things right. He's like, what was that? So if it was an Aries, you defeated the god of war. If it was a Leo, you were able to look past that cunning charm, and if it was a Sagittarius, that gift of gab, somehow, it's the lion, the lion's looking at that little cute wabbit, the wascally wabbit, in the field, guys. That's what I'm seeing, the wascally wabbit. That outsmarted the hunters. I don't know what my age range is of viewers, but if y'all remember Bugs Bunny and the Hunter, you were somehow not only to be able to escape from this predator's clutches, predators, game player or whatever, but when they left your life, whether they broke up with you, dumped you, ghosted you, if they became distant, they just saw you just chucking along, they're not having any lack of growth. They're having a lack mindset right now. Nothing is growing, guys. It's kind of like once you left, the sun is gone. It's gone away. You were, now they are coming to realize what was going to be the key to whatever victory they were looking for. But, some people sometimes are just so intent in manipulating others and playing games, guys. In this case, we did see that third-party interference. Now, third parties can be anything, guys. It could be, and we're going to pull this little guy out here later. Third-party interferences could be an actual side piece, third party. It could be a mother figure. It could be a family member, a sibling, a cousin, someone you work with. It's not going well for them. Their manifestations are not coming through. They're trying to manifest you back into their life, guys. And it's like, wah, wah, wah. Spirit is saying no. They're jumping through hoops now, trying to get you back. They're trying to figure out what's the correct strategy. They're still being strategic. And that's funny because Aries is the god of war. And they're really, intelligent. And when, what's the most important part of war? Your strategy. And instead of just coming forward and being honest with you, my beautiful souls, about whatever happened in this dynamic, only you all know, they're still trying to be strategic. Okay? They're trying to be strategic and manifest you back, or trying to, I don't know, they may be actually using actual witchcraft, but that's not even going to work. I mean, they're going to try that based on what they know, and what they know obviously didn't work with you, my beautiful souls. The lovers, broken up. Now, there was something different about this relationship, my beautiful souls. Age difference, cultural difference, same sex. That's not for everybody, guys, but it can be. There's something different, about this. Or this could be a situation that this person just has never encountered in their life. You were that come up in for this player, or this person may have thought themselves slick with you, and it's got them in their head, guys. Okay, you have totally broken this player's heart. Poor fire sign. This person that you are thinking about, that there's distance between you two, is in their head and heartbroken about you. They're kind of depressed, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. They're like kind of watching you from afar, loving you from afar, and watching you, prosper and grow, because apparently it wasn't on your part that, if they ghosted you, that's a choice they decided to make. And if you found out about the game they were playing and there was a third party, well, then that's on them. It's still on them either way, and part of the heartbreak and part of what's got them in their head, guys, is that they have to love you from far away. And they're still being strategic. They're still trying to find a loophole, in a way to get you back into their life. That's what they're thinking. They want to get you back into their life. They want to make an offer that you just can't resist. But you see, whatever it was that you went through with this individual has left you with good lessons that you were able to learn, my beautiful souls, okay? You are going to be the Queen of Cups, male or female. And this is male or female, guys. Flip it over, whichever way you want. whatever, however it fits. You're going to keep on being the loving, gorgeous, sassy, empathetic, giving, nurturing person that you are. Maybe you were a giver and a taker. You know, we've been getting that a lot. I just can't get away from that dynamic. But whatever heartbreak this was and whatever dynamic this was and however it ended, it hasn't changed who you are and it hasn't changed your heart. It hasn't changed them neither, because they're still trying to be strategic with you, and they're still trying to kind of find a loophole, and that wasn't me, it's in your head, you know, and you're just not falling for it. You're just kind of that type of person that takes whatever comes, you know, in your life, and you take it for what it is, and you kind of make the best out of it, and it's really throwing this person for a loop. This person may have been involved with a lot of toxic individuals before you, and it's possible, guys, you weren't toxic enough and you were bright enough and on top of things to see that that's what they wanted, and perhaps, you know, you chose to just like end it, or they got frustrated and we're not able to, I got a jumper, guys, and we're not able to manipulate you, and that's really what the core issue is. But whatever the issue was in the dissolvement of this situation, did not stop you guys. And this person, male or female, the fire sign in reverse that we're gonna go ahead and see what Spirit can tell us about, is stuck in their head watching you get victory without them, guys. Oh, karma's a bitch, guys. You know, and then you become one. So what do we need to know, Spirit, about this fire sign? Oh my gosh, look at this. What do we need to know, Spirit, about this fire sign that my beautiful souls are dealing with? Let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about this fire sign in reverse, my beautiful souls. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say and what Spirit has to say. We're going to start with the jumper, King of Cups, okay? This person now wants to come back with a true love offer, and it's not going to happen. Okay, they want to come back. You know, they left in the reverse, you know, and they're still upset about whatever it is they're upset about, because it's you that, you know, is no longer in contact with them, or whatever, vice versa. But now they want to come back with an honest to God, I've changed kind of offer, and you're like, no. The Nine of Pentacles. This person is experiencing a lot of lack, a lot of stagnation. When you pulled back your energy from this person, a lot of things changed, okay? A lot of things changed. The Two of Pentacles, there was juggling. This person may have had a lot of options and side pieces. This person was non-committal and wishy-washy, guys. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. They're going back and forth whether to send you a love message, a text, a phone call, a letter. You know, maybe they want to reach out on social media and they just can't decide. Not just because they don't know if you want to see them or not, but also the fact that they don't know how you're going to receive it. They're afraid to fail a second time. They're also trying to study a strategy and the method to get on your good side, and that's still not a good thing. The Seven of Wands, this person's going through it emotionally, and like I said, there is a bit of depression. There are some tears, male or female, you know, that you're the person that you're dealing with, but it's more like an ego thing, and that would make sense because it's a fire sign in reverse. Aries, Leos, and Sagittarius are notorious for having huge egos, huge amount of pride, okay? It's possible this person lost you because they just couldn't admit they were sorry. They couldn't admit to their faults. Perhaps you were even willing to forgive whatever indiscretion this was, and they were just not accepting it or taking ownership, guys, and they're paying for it. Two of Swords. They had a decision to make and they made the wrong one, you guys. The High Priestess, they know you knew what was going on, my beautiful souls. The High Priestess is not someone you can play around with, and they played around with the wrong one. The Six of Pentacles, they are nostalgic for you. They are heartbroken. The Eight of Pentacles, they see you flourishing and growing. The Nine of Swords, while they're in pain. Wow, my beautiful souls. The Knight of Swords, they still have a very immature mindset. They get upset. They want to send that message. They may be actually typing out messages to send to you. I don't know. And then they rethink it and they delete it. You know, they're just back and forth in their own head. The Four of Swords, they're not getting any sleep over this. The Empress, they tried to mess with an Empress. Oh, wow. You know, look at you sitting, male or female, on your throne with your own sovereignty and freedom to create your own life, guys. This did not go well. Not at all. No, not at all. My beautiful souls. Let's go ahead and take one more card. The Hermit. Here's our Virgo card. Okay, you may be dealing with a Virgo or a fire sign, guys. Or you may be a Virgo or a fire sign. And there's also water signs included, all of them. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, and a Virgo. That's the roll call, guys. I hope you did enjoy this reading. If you are enjoying my readings, please feel free to like, comment, share, or follow, and squash that subscribe button, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. It just takes a few moments of your time, and it does not cost a thing. You all have a wonderful day, my beautiful souls. We'll see you again tomorrow.